Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 8, Book 73, number 169. Narrated by Salama bin al-Aqwa. We went out with Allah's apostle to Khaybar and we traveled during the night. A man amongst the people said to Amir bin al-Aqwa, "Won't you let us hear your poetry?" Amir was a poet, and so he got down and started chanting Huda, reciting for the people poetry that keep pace with the camel's footsteps, saying, "O Allah, without you we would not have been guided on the right path, neither would we have given in charity, nor would we have prayed. So please forgive us what we have committed. Let all of us be sacrificed for your cause, and when we meet our enemy, make our feet firm and bestow peace and calmness on us, and if they, our enemy, will call us towards an unjust thing we will refuse." The infidels have made a hue and cry to ask others' help against us. Allah's apostle said, "Who is that driver of the camels?" They said, "He is Amir bin al-Aqwa." He said, "May Allah bestow his mercy on him." A man among the people said, "Has martyrdom been granted to him, O Allah's Prophet? Would that you let us enjoy his company longer." We reached the people of Khaybar and besieged them till we were stricken with severe hunger, but Allah helped the Muslims conquer Khaybar. In the evening of its conquest the people made many fires. Allah's apostle asked, "What are those fires? For what are you making fires?" They said, "For cooking meat." He asked, "What kind of meat?" They said, "Donkey's meat." Allah's apostle said, "Throw away the meat and break the cooking pots." A man said, "O Allah's apostle, shall we throw away the meat and wash the cooking pots?" He said, "You can do that too." When the army files aligned in rows for the battle, Amir's sword was a short one, and while attacking a Jew with it in order to hit him, the sharp edge of the sword turned back and hit Amir's knee and caused him to die. When the Muslims returned from the battle, Salama said, "Allah's apostle saw me pale and said, 'What is wrong with you?' I said, 'Let my parents be sacrificed for you.' The people claim that all the deeds of Amir have been annulled." The Prophet asked, "Who said so?" I replied, "So and so and so and so," and Asad bin al-Hudayr al-Ansari said, "Whoever says so is telling a lie. Verily, Amir will have double reward." While speaking, the Prophet put two of his fingers together to indicate that, and added, "He was really a hard-working man and a mujahid, devout fighter in Allah's cause, and rarely have there lived in it, i.e., Medina or the battlefield, an Arab like him." Volume 8, Book 73, number 170. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet came to some of his wives, among whom there was Sulam, and said, "May Allah be merciful to you, O Anjasha. Drive the camels slowly, as they are carrying glass vessels." Abu Kalaba said, "The Prophet said a sentence, i.e. the above metaphor, which, had any one of you said it, you would have admonished him for it." Volume 8, Book 73, number 171. Narrated by Aisha. Hassan bin Thabit asked the permission of Allah's apostle to lampoon the pagans, in verse. Allah's apostle said, "What about my forefathers' ancestry?" Hassan said to the Prophet, "I will take you out of them as a hare is taken out of dough." Narrated Hisham bin Urwa that his father said, "I called Hassan with bad names in front of Aisha. She said, 'Don't call him with bad names because he used to defend Allah's apostle against the pagans.'" Volume 8, Book 73, number 172. Narrated by Al-Haytham bin Abu Sanar. That he heard Abu Hurairah in his narration, mentioning that the Prophet said, "A Muslim brother of yours who does not say dirty words." And by that he meant Ibn Rawaha, said, in verse, "We have Allah's apostle with us who recites the Holy Quran in the early morning time. He gave us guidance and light while we were blind and astray, so our hearts are sure that whatever he says, will certainly happen. He does not touch his bed at night, being busy in worshipping Allah while the pagans are sound asleep in their beds." Volume 8, Book 73, number 173. Narrated by Abu Salama bin Abdur Rahman bin Auf. That he heard Hassan bin Thabit al-Ansari asking the witness of Abu Hurairah, saying, "O Abu Hurairah, I beseech you by Allah, to tell me. Did you hear Allah's apostle saying, O Hassan? Reply on behalf of Allah's apostle. O Allah, support him, Hassan, with the Holy Spirit, Gabriel." Abu Hurairah said, "Yes." Volume 8, Book 73, number 174. Narrated by Al-Bara. The Prophet said to Hassan, "Lampoon him, the pagans," in verse, "and Gabriel is with you." Volume 8, Book 73, number 175. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet said, "It is better for a man to fill the inside of his body with pus than to fill it with poetry." Volume 8, Book 73, number 176. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Allah's apostle said, "It is better for any one of you that the inside of his body be filled with pus which may consume his body, than it be filled with poetry." Volume 8, Book 73, number 177. Narrated by Aisha. Allah, the brother of Abu al-Kash, asked my permission to enter after the verses of al-Hijab, veiling the ladies, was revealed, and I said, "By Allah, I will not admit him unless I take permission of Allah's apostle, for it was not the brother of al-Kash who had suckled me, but it was the wife of al-Kash, who had suckled me." Then Allah's apostle entered upon me, and I said, "O Allah's apostle, the man has not nursed me but his wife has nursed me." He said, "Admit him because he is your uncle, not from blood relation, but because you have been nursed by his wife, Tarabat Yamanuki." Urwa said, "Because of this reason, Aisha used to say, foster-suckling relations render all those things, marriages etc., illegal which are illegal because of the corresponding blood relations." See Hadith number 36, Volume 7. Volume 8, Book 73, number 178. Narrated by Aisha. The Prophet intended to return home after the performance of the Hajj, and he saw Safiya standing at the entrance of her tent, depressed and sad because she got her menses. The Prophet said, "Akra halka," an expression used in the Quraysh dialect, "You will detain us." The Prophet then asked her, "Did you perform the Tawaf al-Afada on the day of sacrifice, 10th of Dhul Hijjah?" She said, "Yes." The Prophet said, "Then you can leave with us." Volume 8, Book 73, number 179. Narrated by Hani. The daughter of Abu Talib, I visited Allah's apostle in the year of the conquest of Mecca and found him taking a bath, and his daughter, Fatima, was screening him. When I greeted him, he said, "Who is it?" I replied, "I am Hani, the daughter of Abu Talib." He said, "Welcome, O Hani." When the Prophet had finished his bath, he stood up and offered 8 rakat of prayer while he was wrapped in a single garment. When he had finished his prayer, I said, "O Allah's Apostle, my maternal brother assumes, or claims, that he will murder some man whom I have given shelter, i.e., So and So bin Hubayra." Allah's Apostle said, "O Hani, we shelter him whom you have sheltered." Hani added, "That happened in the forenoon."